Hi, this is Manuela and this is class number 8, Your Soul is Always Evolving. And today the subject is walk-ins. Also wanted to let you know that I will break down the classes in a much shorter videos, as I would like to focus more on guided meditations. There will be much more shorter videos of classes. Your soul is always evolving. So what are the walk-ins? Walk-ins are the souls that very advanced, that would like to experience only one part of life. That don't want to go through all the process of birth, that just come into the body of the souls that are living on earth that cannot continue life anymore, and that ready to go but didn't complete their purpose. That just souls that simply struggling on earth because of some sort of emotional trauma that they experience, and they can't heal it. So their soul will slowly leave the body, basically almost like dying inside, because the soul cannot be healed. As we all know from depression, when we suffer very heavy depression, in spirituality really there's no depression. What it simply means is that you've been hurt, that your soul has been really hurt, or your heart has been hurt, and that you cannot heal it. So the soul gets sort of squashed and slowly leaves the body. In that case, the walk-in steps in. So once you got really hurt and you're struggling being here or heal yourself, your guides and your angels see that. They can see in advance if you can heal or you can't. So if they see that you can't heal yourself and bring your soul back to live again, happy life, they put in place last plan, which is the last plan of a walk-in. So the walk-in basically just steps in, takes over that body and continue the life that the previous soul could not complete. It's about completing their purpose, especially if it's a really high purpose. It's very important to be completed. So the soul that the process works, basically what's happening, the soul that it's really hurt, cannot heal, and slowly leaves the body, starting from the feet and leaving the body. The other soul that's coming in, the walk-in, takes place and slowly comes down. So we got one soul going up and we got the other soul coming down into the body. And it's a quite delicate process. Also, it's really important not to have distractions. When you don't have much distraction, the process goes nice and smooth. Now, the souls that I also would like to explain what happens with the souls that cannot continue life anymore, and also bring awareness to people that going through all this trauma and having all these health issues and symptoms, and they don't know what it is and can't find the answers. So really what happens, it starts from really emotional heartbreaking or trauma that you experience, where you become really sad, where you start being very depressed. And that depression goes worse and worse. You cannot heal it. No matter what you do, you cannot heal it. You cannot heal your emotions, and you can go like that for years, where you simply just isolate yourself, where you close yourself, where your soul simply disappear. Slowly you will start noticing that like you're just simply not here. You don't want to be here. You want to commit suicide. You simply don't want to live life anymore. And that's when the walk-in slowly steps in. You will also find that you don't connect to your name. You are very disconnected to your family, your children, your partner. And if they stay around you through that process, the walk-in soul will reconnect again, and you will be able to continue your life. With slightly little differences. You'll find that you changed a little bit, but not much. Also, while you're going through that process, you'll find that you're going to have a lot of health issues as well, especially with your legs, where they get swollen, where you have the edema with no explanation, and your doctors cannot figure out why. Also a lot of pain in the body, especially your joints. Your arthritis also is related to, and can be very much related to, the residue of the old sole pain that it still stayed in joints, because really the sole that's leaving will leave the body, but there's a lot of residue that's going to stay in the cells, in the muscles, especially in the joints. That's the part that last sort of leaves the body. That's the part that it's really hard to sort of pull it out. So you will have definitely a lot of health issues. So if you have all this, if you're experiencing all these symptoms, do some research, learn about walk-ins. And from my own experience, when I find out that I was walking, it really hit me. And it can be very, very emotional, because what it is really is that your soul is really dying. So you will experience a lot of crying. You will be crying without no explanation. But I'm not talking about just normal general crying. Crying and grieving like somebody literally died and you can't explain why. What it means, again, you're grieving your old soul, because the old soul literally did die. It's gone. It's left your body. And you will go through the process of feeling sorry for yourself, and sometimes you're going to cry almost like you're crying for somebody else, not for yourself. So all this process can last from 5 to 7 years. But once the process is all completed, you'll find that you're going to start enjoying life again. You might have different goals and plans. You might change a little bit. Things that you liked before, you don't like anymore. Things that you enjoyed before, you don't enjoy anymore. You might have new interests. Also, food that you ate and enjoyed before, you might not anymore, and you might eat something and enjoy something that you never did before. So all these little sort of changes will slowly start sinking in, and eventually it will all make sense. But again, don't be alarmed when you do come to understanding that you are a walk-in. And it happens a lot. It happens a lot. A lot of people go through walk-in process and they don't even know. Sometimes it happens that the walk-in process is too much distracted or disturbed, and that even that process cannot follow through. And that very often these are the people that do commit suicide, that do take their own life or die in an accident, which means that your guides can see that the process of walking can simply not be completed. And that can happen sometimes as well. But really, a lot of people go through the process of walking without realizing. And with all the shift that's happening on earth, with all the spiritual awakening, we all are going through spiritual awakening. Anybody that even been awakened before will go into deeper and higher levels. So there's going to be in the future more and more walk-ins that's going to take place. So the purpose of this video is really to bring awareness to everybody and not to feel alone, because as I said, there's a lot of people that are going through it. Do some research. There's a lot of YouTube videos. Google it. Find some books. And try to find, to cope with realization that you are walking, because I'm feeling that's really the most important thing. Once you find it easy to cope with that, everything else, the whole process will go through finally. And also don't try to force anything. You'll find that as the old soul will leave the body, the ego would still stay for a very long time, because your mind, your body is still there. The new soul only takes over the body and the mind, which is filled with memory of that trauma and pain. So it's going to be again struggle with a lot of emotionals. This is where we not aware, but what we call a personality disorder, where you have personality changing all the time, because the new soul, it's coming in and trying to take over the body, but you still have a lot of residues of the old soul, a lot of memories, and you will find that your moods and your personalities can change from day to day, sometimes even every hour. So try to meditate. Meditation helps a lot, helps you to be connected to your soul. The more you meditate and the more you allow the new soul to take a place in this body, the quicker shift will happen. Also try to complete any old projects that could be holding the old soul here. Any relationships unresolved, would be good to resolve them, because again those unresolved relationships keep the soul, keep the old soul or the residue of the old soul here. So as long as you accept it and try to focus on what's next, what this new soul is here for, what the new soul purpose is, and the process will go really nice and smooth. And try to let go of feeling sorry for the old soul, feeling sorry for yourself, and let go of the fear of the process, because it can be a really dark place, because there's not much that you can see ahead. Even if you go to have a reading, it's going to be very challenging. It's going to be very confusing. So you'll find it's very hard to get any answers from anybody. So it's a quite dark place. It's like there's nothing ahead. For quite some time, you'll find it for a couple of years that you won't have anything ahead. But then slowly it will start opening up for you. So as I said, meditation is very important. Keep meditating every day and allow the new soul to take place in your body, and let go of the old wounded soul and cleanse and detox all the residue from that old soul from your body. So also detox would be very good, going on juicing, because it helps to replenish your cells, because as we do have cell regenerating every 3 to 4 years, which means the old cells every 3 to 4 years leave the body. So this helps a lot with the process, and new cells are reborn basically. So we want to leave all these old cells with so much of pain that cannot be in the body anymore. We want to let them go. We want them to leave the body and welcome new cells, because it's the cellular memory that holds all the emotional pain and trauma in. So doing a lot of detox, meditation, cleansing your energy, having Reiki, having healing will help a lot. Working on the chakras, balancing the chakras, because the main channel for the new energy to come in is through your chakras. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and that's going to help to all the new walk-ins and all people that are confused, that suffer depression, heavy depression, that don't want to be here anymore, that this can all help you with the process. And be gentle, very gentle with yourself. Don't force anything to happen. Don't force the old soul to leave the body, because there's a reason why the old soul is still there, if it is there. Maybe there's something that she needs to complete. So don't force the process. Allow it slowly and gently for universe and your angels to help you with it and to complete the process, so there's no disturbance, there's no controlling, and there's no forcing. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.